Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm just getting my reading glasses ready because I am doing an Empties video today, and if I have any hope at all of reading the labels, I'm going to need my glasses. So this is what I've got today. Okay, I haven't done an Empties video in a little while, but some of the stuff might be repeats. I have a feeling there's a couple things in here that I have already talked about, but I'll talk about them again. Okay, so let's just get right into it. All right, so first up, I have a bottle of Energy Orange Ginger Body Lotion, and I did recently talk about this in a favorites video. I got the newer version, newer meaning that it's in different packaging, and it also, I got it in the tube instead of the jar. I do like the jar because it's really good looking and it gives you that sort of spa feeling. However, it is glass and it will break quite easily. Fortunately, I did not break it. Also, it's really difficult to get the last little bits out of here, but I love this stuff. It is the best smelling hand lotion. I love citrus scents, and this is just the one that I keep going back to time and time again. You guys know Bath & Body Works, they have so many different scents and they change them seasonally, but this is in their aromatherapy line, and it really, I think it's a little bit pricier if I'm not mistaken, and they never do little sample sizes of this one either, but if you have not smelled this and you like citrus, you definitely need to check that one out. Okay, what else have we got? Okay, this is some hairspray. This is one of my favorite hairsprays. It comes from a company called Tweaked by Nature. You can get this on QVC. And the thing that this is known for is that it has a lifting effect. So it really can make your hair look a lot fuller, especially if you have any thinning hair or it's just flat that day. Now, I can't necessarily speak for the ingredients lifting your hair, but I can definitely tell you that the spray power on this is really substantial. Like when you spray it, it has a lot of power, so it'll really like blast your hair. So it will give it lift. So if you're holding, if you're holding your hair in place, which you probably should when you're spraying it, it can definitely go from underneath and it will definitely lift up your hair. Now, it is brushable. It has a fantastic fragrance. It kind of smells like a bakery, to be honest with you. I love it. I've never known a hairspray that smelled as good. But the one thing I do have to say is that if you want hold, like if you want your hair to stay put and not move at all, this is probably not going to be the hairspray for you, because it is brushable. It does have some movement to it, so you can spray it and then brush it and your hair will be neat and it will have a movement still. So that is a personal thing. Some people like hairspray to be really static and it's not going to move once you spray it. That's not me. I prefer to have something a little bit more malleable, and so that one is from Tweaked by Nature. And it is called the 2XL Fiber Lift. You can get that on QVC. I will try to link as many of these products down below as I can. Okay, moving on, we have probiotics from Ollie. So I guess this is sort of a health item rather than a beauty item. This is immune and digestive health. It has, it's gummies, so they taste really good. And it is peach flavored. I really like them. So if you like gumdrops and you want to get your probiotics instead of taking one of those fiber powders and, you know, dissolving it in your water, I find this to be easier, tastier, and yeah, I just enjoy having a little gumdrop candy in the morning. But probiotics, for me, I find them quite necessary. You know, keep everything regular. This is a good one. Some of them are super expensive. This one is available in Target. I also get this one at my local grocery store, and you get 50 for anywhere between, I would say, $12 to $16, something like that, depending on where you buy them from. But they also do a pre and probiotic. That one's harder to find, but they do have a lot of these gummies, this Ollie brand, and I do like them, and I really like the flavor of it. Next up, I have some Micellar Water. This one I buy from my local Dollar General. It's very much like Garnier. The packaging is very, very similar. The ingredients are the same thing, but it's considerably cheaper. So for Micellar Water, to me, I don't have a problem with micellar water. I know some people find that it'll sting their eyes, but I do like it because it takes off the last traces of your makeup. And I was just recently watching another YouTuber she's a board certified dermatologist, and she warned that micellar water can be irritating on your skin. So once you put it on and clear your makeup, then you definitely want to rinse it off, which is something I had not heard of before, but that's a simple step. But this is usually my last step in cleansing. I usually do like a eye makeup remover to get mascara off, and then I do my main cleanse, and then I usually finish it up with this because it takes off those last traces of makeup. And now I'm going to start rinsing it off just to get it off my skin. We don't want a surfactant staying on my skin, but I do like micellar water. I find it's very, very gentle. It doesn't bother me, it doesn't sting my eyes or anything, so it works well for me. Next up is a product I did a review on, Super Smile. I did use it all up. This is the whitening toothpaste. It comes in a system where you get an activator, you get a pre-brushing rinse, and you also get a toothbrush, and of course the toothpaste. So I used it steadily until the tube was gone. It lasted, I would say, about 2.5 months. My teeth got a little bit whiter, but not as brilliant white as I had hoped, and a lot of times that's just genetics, they say. And so I could say that it was a pleasant toothpaste, and I can say that it did remove the stains from my teeth, so that's the best recommendation I can give it. It's you know, it's not as expensive as some whitening systems, but on the other hand, if it does the job of a good whitening toothpaste, it is a little bit pricey compared to that. So I can't really say that I would recommend the Super Smile if you're looking to get really substantial whitening. But if you just want some stain lifting, that one will work for you. Next up is one of my favorite products. This is Galactomyces from Cosrx. And if you're not familiar with Galactomyces, it is a fermented yeast product, and it's known for its brightening properties and also for its antibacterial properties, and those are the two reasons that I started using it in the first place. This is essentially the generic version of SK2. SK2, of course, is that very expensive skincare that has this as one of its primary ingredients, and I just use the dupe, and basically I love it. I must have gone through 5 or 6 bottles of this since I discovered it because I find that it really keeps my acne in check. I often break out, usually around the jawline, which they say is hormonal acne, and because, you know, of course, as I'm aging, I have other skin issues. I don't want to do any harsh acne treatments, but I find that this really prevents any breakouts, and I feel like it brightens my skin too. So a very lightweight formula. It's almost like water, but a little more viscous, and it just pats right on. It has no scent, it's not irritating, and you can put it on right after you cleanse and it'll do its job. So I can definitely recommend this one as well. It is from Cosrxgalactomyces Tone Balancing Essence. Next up is a hair product. This is a new favorite of mine. This is from LOreal. That is called Elvive 8-Second Wonder Water. And it apparently has all kinds of science behind it. It is a liquid that apparently bonds to your hair shaft and smooths it down. I don't know if the back of this bottle is going to tell specifically what it does. It says to use 2 to 3 times a week. You use an ounce, apply it directly to your wet hair, massage for 8 seconds, which is not very long, and then rinse out and avoid contact with eyes. Just about any other product that you use on your hair, you definitely don't want to get it in your eyes. But I am pleasantly surprised with this. It is pretty reasonable, under $10 for the bottle, and I'm a big skeptic because I have naturally curly, very frizzy hair, and I pretty much have tried everything on the market, don't even go there. But this, I am really pleased with this. I have found that it really does the job with conditioning, smooths my hair, makes it look a little bit shinier. I don't have shiny hair because it is, like I said, curly and frizzy. But overall, I have to say that I think the Elvive has really worked. I'm already on my 2nd bottle. because I'm that impressed with it. So I've put my conditioners aside for now and I'm using the 8-Second Wonder Water, and I really do like it. So I definitely recommend it, especially if you're someone who struggles with curly or frizzy hair. So check that one out. Next up is one of my very favorite products. This is the mini size of the Watermelon Sleeping Mask from Glow Recipe. Love this stuff. They make it out of watermelons. There's a whole video that they have on their website about how they do it, how they ferment the watermelons and everything. But it's kind of unique because I've never seen anything like this before. You put it on at night and it just sort of melts into your skin. So when it says mask, yes, it stays on your skin, but it's not like a rubber mask or one of those peel-off masks or anything like that. It just stays nicely on your skin. It doesn't get on your pillowcase. It doesn't rub all over anything. It's clear when it goes on, and it just has a beautiful smell of watermelons. And then in the morning, rinse it off and your skin looks better. It prevents any breakouts. It does help with any sort of redness. I have found that I feel my skin looks a little bit brighter when I use it, and I really have not been without it since I discovered it. That's how much I love it. So I've probably gone through 5 or 6 jars of it since I first tried it. I absolutely love it. It's one of my all-time favorite products. So that is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Sleeping Mask. And the last thing I have today, let me read you the name. It is Milani Eyeshadow Primer. Lightweight, invisible finish, works on all skin tones. Yes, yes, to all of the above. I really like this stuff. I don't know about you, but I find spending $30, $40, $50 on an eye primer is kind of ridiculous. I don't really want to do that. And then when you go to the drugstore, they're very difficult to find. I remember when I was shopping for this, I couldn't find it. I ended up with a different brand, which was okay, but I like this one better. So when I came across it again, last time I was in the drugstore, I picked it up because it's a really good one. I use a brush to put it on. And it has a very light tint to it. It's going to go with probably most skin tones, as it says here. Doesn't have a scent. It's not irritating. It's not drying. It's not oily. It's kind of just right for me. And it really helps my makeup stay in place. So I do have oily skin, and it does tend, like, you know, when the oils are on your skin, a lot of times things sort of slip out of shape, so you really need to have a primer. At least I really need to have an eyeshadow primer, and I find that that one works really, really well. So definitely check that one out too. That is Milani. So that, I think, is it. Not too many things in my empties this time, but there were big bottles, probably taking up a lot of room that way. So if there's any comments or questions that you have, please leave them down below. If you are looking for any of these products, again, I will link whatever I can find down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.